Full-time Liberia 0, Algeria 3. It should have been 12 or 14 goals, to be honest. That is a complete performance. That is back-to-back clean sheets. Do not underestimate that partnership of Ben Sebaini, who's been out for so long, and you see the struggles without him, and Gouiri. They were solid in both, not just the Liberia game, the Equatorial Guinea game as well. Listen, they're solid. 2 out of 2 clean sheets, 3 goals. Once again, we've got to be more clinical. And I know we scored 3 with our B team, but we've got to be more clinical. We could have had 6 or 7. We definitely took our feet off the gas. We're in first gear for most of that second half. That is fantastic. And Petkovic has gone to Uganda and won. He's beaten Equatorial Guinea at home, who are no mugs. And he's gone to Liberia and dominated. And I think we've got to start trusting him. He seems to know what he's doing. Let's give him a little bit more respect. No jeopardy of him losing his job now. He will be the man to take Algeria into those FIFA World Cup qualifiers next year. And hopefully AFCON 2025 as well, because it's been a stunning start. We've got Algeria on 6 points. None of the other teams in the group have won a game. Togo have got 2. Liberia have got 1. And Equatorial Guinea have got 1. So we're pretty much 1 foot in Marrakesh and Agadir already. So really good start to these qualifiers for us. We are 5 points clear of the 3rd position. It looks like, inshallah, we're going to be in that AFCON at Morocco. So hopefully it's going to be as peaceful as this when we play Togo twice next month. But really, really well done to the players. Now remember, that was without Mahrez, without Benasser, we spoke about this, without Amora, without Ait-Nouri, without Awar. There's 5 players that easily started Algeria's best team. So 5 of our starters and Badawi were not involved. And we went to Liberia and comfortably won by 3-0. Thank goodness it was on fake grass, because it was pouring monsoon rain in Liberia the last couple of days. If that was real grass, could have been some serious ACL injuries again. But speaking of injuries, my neck is killing me. I can't be the only one that found that camera angle so bloody weird. I felt like I was in the ground. Why was the camera so low? My neck was killing me. I felt like it's like playing FIFA. What is this angle? Who are the cameramen in Monrovia? That was awful. But let's look at that starting lineup. We saw 4 changes. We saw Farsi come in for the debut. We obviously saw Mahrez out. Benzia came in on that right-hand side, who switched to 5 at the back. It made sense with such little options in the midfield. We played Zorgane and Zorgane together in there, but they were a bit more solid. And I think it's a weak midfield on paper if you have a back 4, but when you've got a back 5, you've got a protection behind them. You've got Mandy, Ben Sebaini and Gouiri, and that back 5 would have suited Ait-Nouri really well, because it lets him get forward more. Most of the times the 3 centre-backs just stayed back. And Farsi and Hadjem, particularly Farsi, and he was impressive. They went so far forward, and that's how we got the opening goal, because Farsi assisted on his debut for Ammi and Gouiri. We've got a number 9 now. We've got a striker that knows how to put the ball in the net. Goal against Equatorial Guinea from the bench. Goal today against Liberia. Gouiri at number 9. Not Balamadi playing him at left wing, for God's sake. It's looking good. We've got a goal scorer, and he should have had 1 or 2 more goals as well. But great goal from close range. Farsi was threatening that whole way, and Farsi looked far better, than Gitoun ever has in Algeria's shirt. And Liberia went and rugby tackled Mandrea from kickoff. Interestingly, it was Gendouzi that was warming up, so that means Gendouzi is the number 2. So I'm not sure why Ukija's come back as the number 3 goalkeeper. He's even lower in the pecking order than he was last time. And then, as you get in AFCON qualifiers, all sorts of weird stuff was going on. I kept hearing cowbells ringing in the stands. A fire engine started driving round. I'm like, what's going on here? Is it Fireman Sam or AFCON? But then, we saw something that happened before GTA 6. Forget Zorgane. It was Zor goal. And what a goal it was. That was a firecracker. I've got to be honest, that Liberia keeper, when he conceded that, I said to myself, if you're conceding to Zorgane from distance, you got to come off. And he literally came off 5 minutes later. I don't know what he was holding, but he literally came off. And that's what happens when Zorgane scores against you. You got to come off, haven't you? I mean, look, he played well. Probably his best game in an Algeria shirt. There were times when Zorgane and Gouiri kicked the ball out of play. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Why are they booting it out for no reason? You know, the pitch wasn't great. Like I said, it was artificial grass. But overall, they did well. And with that goal, and funnily enough, Gouiri assisted Zorgane. We spent the whole flipping week criticising what the midfield could look like. In the end, Zorgane scored from a Gouiri assist. The irony. Clearly, they wanted to prove a point. Great strike, but their goalkeeper was poor, and he faked an injury to come off, I'm pretty sure. So he came off, and then, look, Zorgane to Zorgane, and it was basically game over. In the second half, we were in this, first gear. We could have scored more. We chose not to. They started to get a bit violent, couple of yellows. Liberia made 4 changes at half time. Of course, the keeper had to come off as well. We could have scored more goals if we wanted to. Gouiri had chances, Benrahma had chances. I think Benrahma's getting game time because there's little options. Think about the injuries. If Amora was there, if Belali came back in. Got to see a bit more output from Saïd, I think. But really, really good performance overall, I have to say. And Bounedjah comes on, Atal comes on, rolling back the years. It just makes me sad. It's actually depressing that Atal is going to be playing in Qatar because he's so good. The impact he's had off the bench, maybe he's better off the bench, I don't know. The impact. He hasn't played club football all season. His shot, again, he comes on that right wing back spot, Farsi comes off, dribbles the whole team, shoots, Bounedjah with the rebound goal, 3-0. And they were so impressed, Liberia. Pitch invaders in AFCON. You're having a laugh. Pitch invaders in an AFCON qualifier. I've never seen like people wanted to come down. Mahrez, usually it happens with Mahrez. They wanted to come and take selfies with Baghdad. I mean, he's an AFCON winner. He scored in an AFCON final. I can't blame him. I've not seen pitch invaders in AFCON ever, especially in Liberia. But we got the job done. We're sitting pretty with 6 points at the top. That's impressive. That's a professional, polished performance. That's 6 points. That's going to put us up the FIFA rankings. I do think the 2 clean sheets is one of the big positives to take. That's a really impressive display. So in Petkovic, we trust. He's turned Zorgane into Zorgole. And just remember again, like I said at the start, missing Mahrez, Awai, Ait-Nouri, Amora, big players in this team that would usually start. And we got the job done. No Benassa in the middle and we won 3-0. So that's something to think about. There's lots of competition for places. I think Farsi keeps his spot now. I think he's a really good addition in that right wing back spot. Are we going to keep that 5 at the back? Is that something we're going to do? Going away from home in Africa? We'll wait and see. But we can't have many complaints. I don't want to hear complaints. That was solid. That's 6 points out of 6. Dubs only. We're massive again. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.